If blasting down the street and ripping wheelies with an RC motorcycle sounds like your thing, you have to check out one of the best, most innovative RC motorcycles this hobby's ever seen, the Losi Supermoto. Supermoto is based on the ProMoto, but with a few tweaks that will pump out some high-speed excitement. Coming up, you're going to see what makes this bike unique and if it can handle intense action at the skate park. Let's get into it. This looks pretty sick. The colors on this, wow, look at that. All the stuff that you need to run it, even down to the AA batteries. If you get the ready-to-run version, which is what this is, they also have a version without the battery pack and charger, and a lot of people like to go that route because they like to use their own battery pack. That's totally cool, but if you just want to get everything up and running, this is definitely the way to go. But look at this thing. This thing is so sick. I can't wait to drive it or ride it. You're not physically getting on it. How could you ride it? So let me know what you think it should be in the comment section below. Let's get everything out of the box here. So obviously you get the bike, you get a stand for the bike, and then the radio system. So this is a Spectrum radio and it's specific to the ProMoto. This is the starting gate, but what I like to do is just hand launch the bike just by holding onto the rider. There's the AA batteries, and then here's the charger. But this takes a while to charge. Just a heads up on that. It'll get you going, but you may want to consider an aftermarket charger. Let's see, we got some oil, chain lubing, and then some basic tools. Now, let's take a closer look at the bike so I can show you all the differences between this and the standard ProMoto. I have to tell you guys, the graphics and the colors on the Supermoto are pretty sick. Look at this. Every angle, this bike looks awesome. It's got to look really cool when you're out there wheeling it. Now, the fully ready-to-run version, which this is here, has the bright green jersey on it and pants. And when you get the version without the battery pack and charger, that's got to have an all black racing suit. Licensed FXR gear. Man, this thing looks good. But anyway, we got to get into some of the changes here. So a lot of the plastics are the same with the exception of the front fender. So this is shorter, goes along the styling with a real Supermoto bike. And then they added the guards up on the front bars. You can go and remove those if you want to. Looks like they've got some mounts there. That'll probably stay. Did they have that on the standard dirt bike? No, so that's a new handlebar, I guess, to accept those. So the wheels and tires are obviously another big change. These are smaller than the dirt bike tire, and they're actually very grippy. Pretty soft insert in them, so that's probably gonna have some really good grip. I think you're gonna be able to really lean this bike over in the corners, and because of that, they give you new wheels on the outside here. The ones on the dirt bike are much larger. You're not gonna lean that as far as you're gonna lean this on the asphalt. Another major change was made to the front brake. They revised the housing and the caliper. It's going to give you more stopping power. It's also going to be more resistant to dirt and debris that would hang that up. So it's nice to see that change on here because this thing is going to rely on those front brakes. I also noticed that they changed the rear chain guard. It's just a simple little plate here versus the off-road bike has a little protection underneath it. But that's it really for the major changes on the bike. Just really well suited now for driving around the asphalt. And now I'll just give you a quick rundown on some of its main features because I did a full breakdown on the ProMoto. I'll put some links up above to that. But check out the suspension on this. So you got a rear shock set up for the swing arm with a progressive spring in there. You've got full travel on the front forks. Actually a little stiff right out of the box, but that will break in. Again, it's got that front disc brake, which is mechanical. Brake for the rear tire is through the speed controller. This has a full setup of Spectrum gear in it, and including the flywheel motor. But this bike is running a Spectrum brushless system, Spectrum servo for the steering, Spectrum servo for the front brake caliper, and then it's got the special flywheel motor. It's a 2700 kV motor that spins a steel flywheel at 22,000 RPM. So that's what keeps this bike stable and one of the most drivable bikes I've ever driven or ridden. And I've been in the hobby for a long time. I've driven a lot of bikes, and this one is the most drivable is because of that flywheel setup in here. And I have to show you the Spectrum radio system that comes with it, a DX3. However, this is set up for the MS6S system that they have that controls the motorcycle stability. With this button here on the radio, you control 3 different modes. So it has dirt mode, street mode, and wheelie mode. And just by hitting this button up or down, you'll be able to cycle through the different modes. Pull wheelies, you just hit that button and it will maintain wheelies. I can't wait to show you guys. It's so much fun. So let's head out right now and see how this bike handles. Here we go, RC drivers. I took an hour drive out to the shore. I found this skate park on Google and it looks like a really fun spot. Wanted to go through this ripple section here, or this pump section, but it looks a little bit too short. I think this thing is going to be way too quick for it. But I got this bowl here and then I got this area. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's do this. All right, I'm just gonna do the foot launch here. I didn't bring the gate with me, so you just hit the throttle and this thing takes off so easily. Look at that. This thing is pretty cool on the cement, right? Look at that. Oh, that handles really well. The tire's got some grip. Oh man, oh, wheelie time already. I'm just taking it easy right now. I gotta get used to this spot. To the asphalt. Give it some lean there. Yeah. Oh, love this bike. Once you get used to it, I mean, you can really rip on this thing. Another jump. Man, it handles so good. It's like effortless to drive this. You got the right spot for it. No problem. Even love it under braking. All right, I think I get some air off of these. Look at that. So cool. Oh, little durability test. My guys' threads, they're getting wrecked already. Look at that. Oh man. It's worth it though. This thing is a blast. Whoa. Now I've got it up on full throttle. When I took it out of the box, it was on 50%. We don't need 50%. We need full throttle, right? 100%, guys. Oh, hard slip there. So easy to get this back up. I've only had to go and grab it a few times. Air, more air off of this. Man, this is just cool here. Oh, landed on its side. This thing's built pretty tough. I mean, I launched the ProMoto. We just had some wheels bend. We know about that issue. Proline's got a ton of option parts for this, including wheels, tires. We got to go into the bowl. Oh, rail slide. Got a little wobbly coming down. Another rail slide. Oh man. Those guys, step it down a little bit, take things easy. Little air. Just ride the walls. Yeah. It's handling really well. That gyro is picking right up on what it needs to do. Not sure if Losi intended it for it to go through this stuff, but yeah, this is awesome. Just gets a little wobbly. When it starts to lean over on the side, that's when that gyro takes over. That front wheel starts to just wiggle around, but it's still manageable. Whipping through this place. All right, this probably isn't gonna be easy. It's kind of narrow, but let me see if I can squeeze it through. Oh, right on the edge. And I hit the pole. I knew I was gonna hit the pole. I mean, the thing's only 3 inches wide. Of course I'm gonna hit that, right? This nice light on the throttle. There we go. Oh, that's pretty sick. A pump track would be really cool for one of these. Oh, geez. It went off the ledge. Look at that. It just went off of that. And I think we're still good to go. I don't think there's anything broken. Let me just check the support in the front, because that's something I broke on the other bike. No, we're still intact, guys. This thing is a beast. All right, so I want to run through the modes with you, and right now it's in dirt mode. So you're gonna get like full control over it. It's not gonna want to wheelie on you. And when it does, it just drops the wheel back down. Oh man, serious braking. All right, now I'm gonna go up one. Now we're in street mode. Let's check this out. I'll go give it a full rip. It really keeps the wheel down. See that? It just keeps throttling it to keep that wheel down in the front. And then we're gonna switch to wheelie mode, and look at that. Wheelies all day with that mode. Wheelie, wheelie, wheelie. That is just awesome. You got a parking lot, like literally that's what you're gonna be doing all day long. Oh, and there's the other thing that happens to these My muffler tip fell off. At least I found it. I can glue this back on. We're in dirt mode, right? Yep, one beep is dirt mode. Still keeps it controllable. You get a little bit more fun out of it. Look at that, my battery meter's telling me it's time to wind things down here. So awesome. Okay, drivers, wanted to swing back to the workshop to give you a road rash report. My man's looking pretty beat up over here. He's definitely gonna need a new jersey. The sleeves are ripped, the zipper's broken. That's trashed after 3 battery packs. The asphalt does a number on the threads here, but the rest of it is decent. I mean, the decals are scraped on the number plate, the front fender, and that rear fender flap is pretty gnarled up. But I'm impressed with the rest of the bike and what it put up with in that cement playground, basically. That's a harsh environment for any RC, and the bike held up really well. So it's a great go-to bike if you just have parking lots to run in or local skate parks. I think it's just gonna be a blast there. And this is so easy to control. Just like the ProMoto, anyone can pick up the Supermoto and just have an absolute blast with it. I'll have links for it in the video description below.